Hello, good day, and welcome to SpinPro17.com and our affiliate iPrologic.com. Today we're going to give you a quick video tutorial of just how simple and easy it is using one of our many amazing roulette systems, which will and should generate hundreds, if not thousands per day, and certainly per week, and definitely per month. If you follow all of our rules and the advice that we give you, our video tutorials for each of our systems that we provide you is very clear and precise, and you should have no problems having the consistency you truly desire and making the profits you want. Our affiliate iPrologic.com is where you can get the subscription for the iPrologic calculator, which we strongly and highly endorse. This state-of-the-art algorithm-based calculator, which is online, and it does not require any downloads or having to have an app installed on your phone. As long as you have Wi-Fi, you're able to log on and use any device, of course, including your personal computer or your laptop. So you can use your iPads or tablets or even your iPhones or any Android device as well. Now, we ask that you please take a couple of seconds or minutes to please read exactly what is on this particular image and this particular page, because we want you to understand that even though nothing in this world is guaranteed, um, we can say with absolute certainty, with 99%, that you will make the money that you want to make as long as you follow our discipline or follow our rules, the advice that we give you, and have the discipline and money management. Use the iPrologic calculator. You're going to be just fine, and you're going to make some serious money over time. Please take the time to just either pause or slow down the video enough that you can read what is on here. We're going to show you three parts to this video, which is one, the matrix, two, the iPrologic calculator, and then we're going to go through the wheel where we're going to do some spins. Now, for proprietary reasons, unfortunately, we cannot show you all of the matrix sequence numbers. And this is the benefit of the matrix sequential numbers, is that it pretty much guards against if there is a possibility, and we're not saying that this is something that happens or doesn't happen. I know so many people who said, they think the wheel attracts them if they're playing RNG. We cannot prove that, but this certainly guards against that, and you will see for yourself once you're playing that you are winning a lot more than ever before, and it really does protect against the wheel tracking you. So once again, take the time to read what we wrote here, and take the time to look at how our iPrologic calculator works and the sequence of numbers. So we're going to move on to the next step. We're going to show you what our matrix system looks like, and or how the sequence of numbers are set up. Okay, so once you get any of our matrix systems, um, you're going to get a matrix of sequential numbers, which looks like this. Obviously, A, B, C, D. The numbers have been omitted only for the sake of, it's proprietary. And the customers who are members will obviously see what these numbers are. We've actually showed you the first line of numbers, and each one of these numbers in yellow just is the actual numbers, represented by the wheel, right? 1 through 36. Now you can use an American or a European wheel, it doesn't matter. Obviously, if you have the opportunity to use a European wheel, you're better off. The advantage is in your favor because you have one less zero. Okay, that gives less to the house edge advantage. Um, Once you, again, are a member, you will see all of the different numbers that come up with each one of these on the wheel. Now, the next step is we're going to show you before, again, we're going to have show you some actual demonstration play. The next step is the iPrologic calculator. We're going to show you that and how that looks and what that is supposed to do for you. Okay, so this now is the iPrologic Interactive Profit Logic Calculator. Again, it's not an application as long as you have Wi-Fi, and whether you're home or at any casino, you should be able to have Wi-Fi. Um, you're basically going to have whatever your starting bankroll is that we advise that you put in, and believe me, it's truly not that high, and very doable for many of you. We say a dollar amount, but we actually mean units. Okay, as far as starting bankroll is concerned, let's say you were playing dollars and you would have put $1,000 as your starting bankroll. Over here, where this is actually it's showing two, just so you know where the place is. Adjust to desired dollar target profit per investment. For most and all of our systems, I mean, you can actually change what you want to make per spin. We always advise $2 per spin. So you would put two in here, and the calculator is not set unless zeros appear on these columns. So once you hit enter after every entry, you will see it appear. But preferably, you put in a bankroll, then you put in the total desired profit you want per spin, and you hit enter. Now you see these zeros light up. The way this works is with some of our systems, we have multiple bets on each spin, so that will actually alter how the calculator is really designed, but it's still going to do its job. Now, let's say you were using 10 to 1 odds, for instance, and it's a single bet. It tells you bet $2. Now, again, that's if you're using $1,000 bankroll for dollar bets, that's fine. It says bet $2. So we don't want you to think of it that way. We want you to think of it as units. So if you were playing 50 cents or 25 cents or 10 cents, whatever have you, and this thousand here can be 1,000 units. Okay, so if it's 25 cents, it's 1,025 cents chips. And when this says invest two, it means invest two chips per bet. If you were using other systems that we have where you're placing multiple bets on one spin, then if this says two chips and you had four different spots that you were placing the chips, it will be two times, obviously, four, and you would then manually just put in eight. Okay, and let's assume you won and you've invested eight chips and you got back, I don't know, $40, for instance. You're just going to put your $40 in here, and it's going to show you, okay, here's your balance of $1,032. But remember, you asked for $2 per spin as your profit. That's what you wanted. So your profit should actually be $1,002. However, it's actually 1,032. Okay, so you've exceeded that. Now, again, we're going to just using 10 to 1 odds is we're just going to show you. Let's just assume you were doing this. Now, it's very important not to write these numbers down when you're actually playing, when you have the calculator, because once you have a hit or a miss, these numbers are going to change. And we are all about targets. We want you to make a target. That's what we're after. And once you've made the target, then you would close the wheel. You would start back again, within taking a break of a minute or two or 5 minutes or whatever the case. So um, as you go along, the reason why in this case it's staying at two, which is the minimum investment, is because you have exceeded your target here by a lot. Okay, you were asking for $2 per spin. So even having these, if these were losses, for instance, even at that, you should still be 2, 4, 6, 8. You should be at $1,008 or 1,008 units. You're still at 1,026. You're still ahead. So it's going to protect you. And this is the beauty of this. Of course, you can always change this. Once you change this, the investment amount will obviously go up because you're asking for more per spin. Again, I don't want to get into too much detail about this to confuse you, because once you get our video, you will see how clear and easy it is to use this, and this will help you to make your targets. It tells you how much to invest. Okay, now the third step is, let's go into the practice and actually show you um, one of our systems, which is totally mind-blowing, how quick you will make your targets, and show you your profits will just soar. as long as you have the discipline to control how often you're going to play, and set a target for the day that you want to make. Okay, so we're going to get into that now. Okay, so for this brief demonstration with the actual roulette wheel, obviously we have a suggested bankroll that you're going to use. But in this case, if you look here, it says 9283. So what we're going to do is in the calculator, we're going to put in just 283. And we're going to show you how quickly. Now, we want to set our targets. Okay, we want to we're going to put a $2 investment per spin is what, or not investment, but target profit per spin that we want to make. We're going to set the odds, and this is not realistic because, again, for proprietary reasons, we can't do it. Okay, so we're going to change the odds here, and we're going to put in, let's say, 6 to 1. Okay, and we're going to use the matrix. We're going to show you exactly, really quickly. We only have a couple of minutes to do this, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use the matrix with this and take 283. We want to do this in a relatively quick time that we want to make at least $10. And then we can close the wheel and come back after a certain time. So we're going to put a time here of 11:30, or actually 11:12. Okay, so we're going to say, okay, it's 11:12. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to force a spin on the wheel. I'm going to show you just how quick you will make the money you want to make. So your first number is 9. In this setup, we're going to go here where it says 9. Okay, now there's going to be other numbers here that obviously you cannot see right now, but as a member you will. And we know what those numbers are, so we are going to put them in and do a couple spins of the wheel and show you how quick. If you want to, if your average job is giving you $20 or $30 an hour, believe me, you're going to make that in so quickly in far less time than the average person will actually working. Okay, so making $100 an hour is pretty much an easy task with this. So let's get cracking here. We know our first play is going to be 9. Our next number is, and we put a place spot on the calculator to know where we are. 9, 16, and let's put this on the calculator here. Okay, our number was 9. Okay, I'm going to show you how quick it's going to take us to just get to our profits. We will also have no choice, but we can't show you the rest of the numbers, but we're going to put it in. Okay, let's just do that, and then we'll get back to the wheel. Okay, so what we did is we went ahead and under A, B, C, D, we actually used the correct numbers that were supposed to be there for that sequence. And we're going to change the time on the clock here. We're going to put 11:14 because this is actually when you're beginning. Okay, let me show you how quick we're going to make $10. Okay, so these were the numbers. We have no idea what's going to happen yet. Okay, first spin, we already hit. Okay, 16, so we spent $6 and we got back 18. Now we changed this because we actually used $1 bets, and we should have used 2, but we did use $1 bets. Okay, in 1 minute, folks, in 1 minute, you're at $2.95. We've already made our target of $10 or more. Okay, in 1 minute. Now, what we're trying to instill into everyone is, if the average person makes between, I don't know, $15, $20, $25 an hour, you just made $11 in 1 minute, or actually, more than that. You have to ask yourself, if I'm going to have a few hits within 5 or 10 minutes, okay, that is going to give me at least $10 or more. Doing the math, you should be able to make 20, 30, 40, 50, anywhere around that in a matter of less than a half hour. Okay, and that's after taking your breaks, which puts you at pretty much close to $100 or more per hour. And certainly if you played a couple hours a day, you're talking about $300 or $400. And if you're making $200, $300, $400, even at $200 a day, and if you play for 30 days, and it doesn't have to be consecutive, but 30 days, you're talking about $6,000 a month. And $72,000 extra in your pocket per year is pretty good money. So we strongly suggest that you go to our sites, www.spinpro17.com and iprologic.com. Check it out. Go in there, pick up our systems, get the calculator, and go ahead and make the money you truly desire and truly deserve. Good luck. Hope to see you on the other